there's a forgotten type of man. Not the extremes, not the one cheating, not the one unemployed with no ambition, not the one spiraling out of control. I'm talking about the working man, the man that's doing what he needs to do, providing, showing up, trying. And yet, for this type of man, something shifts, starts drifting. Because he's working hard, he becomes disillusioned with himself. He starts cutting corners, small corners. He thinks, I'm doing enough. I deserve to let it slide. Not out of bad intention, but out of a subtle type of arrogance. He thinks, I'm doing what a good man should do. And slowly, the attitude can change. And we're right in some ways, but we're misaligned. We can start coasting. And when we start coasting, things start to create pressure. We carry enough pressure anyway, baggage, responsibilities, and yet we can become stale. We can let certain things creep in. And it's things like resentment towards your partner, frustration, and a low threshold for your children. You can be working and not pushing yourself. You could even be going to the gym, training, but you're not committed. And it's not like you're not going to collapse, but it's coasting. You're just doing what needs to be done. And because life keeps moving in the background, nobody really notices. But you know yourself, you notice. Deep down, you know you are not where you want to be. And so you start seeing signs. And those signs are friction. Relationships can have more friction than cohesion. Your work doesn't seem to progress. You don't seem to be moving any further upwards. Your body isn't what it used to be. And because as you get older, you notice even more so. Your fitness drops. Your nutrition isn't great. Your self-value starts deteriorating. And you're not beyond saving. That's the whole point of this. You're not beyond saving because you've started to coast. It's just for you to recognize and do something about it. Now, this happened to me in many, many different ways. I had a bad year as a professional athlete and I was playing in front of thousands of people. At that time, I was a new dad. I was trying to be a good partner. And because I was doing on the outside, looking in, doing well, I believed I was doing more than enough. I was achieving, so to speak. And I justified my poor preparation with the excuse of saying, I'm trying to be a good father, so I might not do extra training. I might just get down the motorway and try and get back to my missus so that I can help her out. And that was my excuse. But then when my performances suffered because of that, then my relationship would suffer because I blamed fatherhood. And in reality, I was capable of more. I can do both. I just needed to know how to figure that out. And I realized I wasn't overworked. I was misaligned. I wasn't consistent with what I wanted in my life. I was inconsistent. But I knew I wanted to be more. It wasn't who I am to just settle. And that's when I kind of started realizing something. If I don't reflect on my own behaviors, my own inconsistencies, then I can start drifting. I can start moving away from the man that I wanted to be, career-wise, partner-wise, father-wise. And without analyzing, it's dangerous. Without looking at yourself, it's not good enough. And that's why I created the M.I.R.R.O.R formula. It's a framework. It became a system I return to again and again. I look at myself first, then I would look at my inconsistencies. Where am I going wrong? What am I trying to be, and what am I actually doing? Am I not training enough? Am I not patient enough? Am I letting my ego creep in? Then I would reflect on why that's happening. Is it my arrogance? Am I starting to believe I'm bigger than what I really am? Am I starting to demean those around me? Am I tired? Am I trying to do too much? Am I, trying to juggle everything and some things are falling? Sometimes it's not always laziness. It can sometimes be exhaustion. You can be pushing yourself too far, trying to be too many things, and that can then compromise who it is you want to be. So I then needed to reframe that, do less. If it was impacting my ability to be a good footballer, then I would have to, maybe I can't do the night feed the night before a match. Maybe I have to find a compromise with my wife. Then I need to take ownership. No excuses. Once I decide to change something, I can't then start slipping backwards and then go back to my old habits and then have another excuse. I have to take ownership of the rebuild. And no matter what, that has to happen every time. That's the realization of it, and that's what the M.I.R.R.O.R formula lets you do. I use it with mentoring children. I mentor children on a daily basis, apart from weekends, sometimes weekends. I use it in my relationship. I try to reflect. I use it in my training when I'm trying to be a fitter version of myself, a healthier version of myself. And also in my spiritual walk. If I don't feel like I'm close enough to God, I've got to try and get myself back in there. And that's the difference. If you feel like things are slipping, if you know you're functioning but you're not fully aligned, if you want a structured framework to get back on track faster, help you get back to who you really want to be, or actually be someone that you haven't fully realized yet. That's what the M.I.R.R.O.R formula is. It's built from a lived experience. It's from professional sports. It's fatherhood. It's leadership. It's faith. If you're ready to stop coasting and start aligning, then the M.I.R.R.O.R formula is for you. And the details are below. Take care.